What is going on, gents? It's R.P.M. here, coming at you with another episode of Hockey Mask Time. Now, before I get started, let us bow our heads and recite the HMT motto, shall we? A man will only take so much disrespect, and it's only a matter of time before he finally decides today's the day. Gentlemen, we have already returned to good old Maskistan. I told you, this is the one well that we can always depend on. They were the first ones to put the mask on this year, and here they are following up yet again. Now, this article was published on the 9th of January. Bengaluru man offlines his wife, daughter, and niece, walks into a police station with a machete. Gentlemen, you also know that is one thing about the Indian men. When they put the mask on, they walk right into the police station and say, yeah, I did it. Now, let me just go ahead and say this right here. Woo! A 42-year-old home guard in Bengaluru surrendered at a local police station after allegedly offlining 3 family members on Wednesday. According to an Indian Express report, the accused, identified as Ganga Raju, walked into the Pena police station carrying a machete and confessed to the crime. The accused, a resident of Chokasandra near Jalahali Cross, reportedly terminated his wife, Bhagya, 36, daughter, Navya, 19, and niece, Himavati, 23. The gruesome act took place in their rented home in North Bengaluru. He was arrested and charged under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, the report added. According to authorities, Gangaraju, who was posted at the Habagodi police station, called the emergency helpline number 112 at around 4 p.m. to report the terminations. When local police teams arrived at his residence, they discovered the bodies lying in pools of blood. Gangaraju, however, was not at the scene, having already made his way to the police station to surrender. The report further added. Investigators believe the crime was triggered by a domestic dispute. Deputy Commissioner of Police Saidullah Adavath stated when forensics teams had collected evidence from the house, but the exact motive is still under investigation. Initial findings suggest Gangaraju suspected his wife of infidelity, which often led to arguments. On Wednesday, an altercation escalated, and in a fit of rage, he allegedly attacked Bhagya. When Navya and Himavati intervened to defend her, they too became victims of the attack, police said. Gangaraju, originally from Neelamangala, had been living in Bengaluru for work. Well, well. Honestly, you would think that the women of India, aka Maskistan, would have gotten a fucking clue by now. There have been so many Indian men who, on the mere suspicion of their wives being unfaithful, who took them out. And I don't mean for dinner. You can look online. There have been several instances of men who beheaded their wives and walked to the police station with her head in a bag or a sack, carrying the weapon that they used to dispatch her. Yeah, one of the most famous ones was a man who walked into the police station. He had his wife's head in the bag because he caught her with her alleged lover, and he was all too calm about it. And they actually gave the guy a glass of water. But yeah, he was like, yeah, I did this. I caught my wife cheating, and I decided to take matters into my own hands. You would think all of these cases would lead the women of India to say, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't go this route. But oh no. Like I said in yesterday's HMT, women thrive off of attention. If they can get attention from other men, then yes, they are willing to risk it. But the men of India have shown the way. They are not going to take it. Now, of course, the Indian men over here in America are considered extremely weak, but the men over in India, nah, those motherfuckers are on straight up demon time. Oh no. Once they get that sneaky suspicion, oh, all bets are off. What more can I say, gentlemen? What more can I honestly, truly say? Anyway, let's get to that scorecard, shall we? For location, it went down in their rented home, so I'm going to give that a 10. Method of execution, the machete of malice. I'm going to give that a 45. Psychological impact. I'm going to give this an 80 because the niece and the daughter had to see what happened, but then they tried to intervene and they ended up becoming victims as well. And for the brutality factor, I got to give this a 90 because he hacked all three of them to deletion. So Gangaraju, the Grizzly, gets a score of 225. Yes, gentlemen, Maskistan is already off to the races. Those men over there do not fuck around when it comes to the topic of infidelity. I'm just saying, men in the West, you could learn something. Now, if you decide to dispatch your wife, that's on you. But at the bare minimum, if you suspect she's being unfaithful, leave. Leave. Let her go. Confront her about it. Tell her your suspicions. And if she's not willing to be transparent and prove otherwise, then yeah, it's time to go. But these men in India, they're married. So for them, guess what? Leviticus 20:10 comes into play. They just gonna go ahead and take the problem out permanently. Hey, I'm just saying. But yeah, gentlemen, you suspect your woman of cheating, go ahead, confront her. If she gets defensive and doesn't want to be transparent, then okay, all right. That's when you decide, you know what? I'm going to get my go bag and I'm gone. Walk away, gentlemen. Walk away. But, hey, there are some men with whom betrayal cuts so deep that they're not going to be able to walk away. And those are the men who I will report on who put on the mask. Well, I've rambled on long enough. Read the article. Let me know what you guys think. And to you women out here who still believe that it is somewhat cool to have other men around you lusted after you, like I said in yesterday's video, that is a dangerous, deadly game. And guess what? Eventually, you're going to pay the price. So for you women out there who still believe that that's a game that you want to play, you better understand this and understand it clearly. The power you think that deception is going to give you, that will go out. Feminism and the idea that a man is just going to willingly, allow himself to be cucked and restrain himself and not take action, that's going to go out right along with it. Because believe you me, ladies, there are a lot of men here in America that know that their wives are cheating on them, but here's what they're thinking. If only I can get away with it. And for a lot of you ladies, that line right there is the only thing that's keeping you walking this earth. But, I'm going to tell you one more again. When a man no longer fears the consequences of his actions, he will act up to and including lethal action. It is what it is. That's all I got to say for this one. R.P.M. I am
out. Murder on my mind, yeah. Losing all my hope, yeah. I'ma do the crime, yeah. Fuck the red or blue, I'ma take the black pill, yeah. Fuck the red or blue, I'ma take the black pill.